Hi, this is teacher Kristina. I wanted to make a quick video on green screening in the VIP Kid classroom, or really just any online teaching platform using ManyCam. So let me clear out my green screen real quick so we can start fresh here. So the first thing you need obviously is a green screen behind you. Some people use blue. Blue or green are really the best colors. You don't want to use anything that is going to have any of your skin tone in it, because then you will become part of the green screen. So you don't want any yellows or oranges or reds or anything like that. So green and blue are the farthest from most people's skin tones, so it's the best one to use. Um, I This is fabric that I bought on clearance from Walmart. I think it was like $1 a yard, so I spent about $2 on my green screen background, which is awesome. And it really could use being ironed. I recently moved my classroom and it was like wadded up on the floor, and I just hung it back up and it seems to be working okay, so I've left it, but it needs to be ironed. You want it as flat as possible, um, fairly smooth. If you're going to just pin it up against the wall, that's perfect. Mine is actually hanging from a photography backdrop rod. You also need to have fairly good lighting. So I have an umbrella light. I have two umbrella lights that are both pointed at me at 45-degree angles. And I would also say that an important aspect of green screening is the quality of your camera. So my camera is a Logitech C920. It really handles lighting changes really well. So it's the best that I've used, much better than my internal camera that came with my laptop. Okay, so the next thing that you need to do is you need to actually find a picture that you want as your background. So I like to go to pixabay.com. It has a lot of free images that are royalty free and they are really high quality. So let's say I am teaching a lesson on let's say Egypt. I know that is one of the pre-VIP countries that you go to. So there are all of these pictures that are beautiful, beautiful, high quality pictures of Egypt. So I'm gonna pick one that I want, that I think would look good. I kind of like this one right here because the pyramids are off to the side, so then I won't be covering it as much. So I'm gonna use this. So I'm gonna right click it and I'm gonna put save image as. And then you need to choose where you're going to save it. So I actually have a folder that I've created on my computer that's VIP Kid backgrounds. So I want to save it in that folder, and I'm going to name this Egypt, which it looks like I might already have in Egypt. No, maybe it'll be okay. Oh, this is a JPEG, so it'll be fine. Okay, so I'm going to name it Egypt, and I'm going to hit save. So it has now saved that. So now when I go back into ManyCam, I'm going to go over here, and I think when you turn it on, it's automatically going to be set. Okay, so when you turn on ChromaKey, it's going to give you an eyedropper, and you're going to have to basically what you're doing is you're choosing the color that you want to replace with the image that we just chose. So I'm just going to click a few places. The better your lighting is, the less clicks that you will need. I will say that it's daytime right now, and I'm not usually in my classroom with sun shining in it, so my lighting isn't as great this time of day as it is when I'm teaching at night or in the early morning. So I always have to click once or twice in between my headset and my hair. That always looks different. And also I have a leather chair that the leather is peeling on, and it has kind of turned a little bit green. So that part never looks good either. You can see that's part of my chair. Okay, now over here where it says select background image, we're going to choose the drop down here. And these are the only three that come automatic with ManyCam. Not really great choices there. I mean, they're all right, but I like to do more themed on what I'm doing. This is what I'm saying. My green chair, I need to find something to cover that up. Okay, so I'm going to go to custom background, and I'm going to choose, we just chose Egypt, so I'm going to choose that, and when I open it, now we are in Egypt. Yay. Another thing that I like to do when I'm setting up, you see that there's there's a little more green showing over here. You can click it away again. Another thing I like to do when I'm setting up is hold up a couple props, because when you hold up props, the lighting is going to change a little bit. So I would definitely hold up your whiteboard, because look how much that changed my lighting. So then I'm going to click it away. Click it away again here. So now the next time that I hold up my whiteboard, that's not going to happen, because it accounts for that color that's going to happen then too. Always hold up Dino. Dino's yellow self can cause some lighting issues, and I click it away again. Just ignore my chair over here that needs a little love. I for some reason I use pizza a lot. Okay, another thing you can do to kind of help, sometimes the edges, like if I turn this off, see my edges are kind of a little ugly, so I can change my blur. I can add it. I mean, you can make the edge really blurry, but I usually just have to go up 1 or 2 to kind of take off the fuzz around me a little bit, and I can click again if I want. And you can also adjust the colors up here. So I don't want it to have all the black, because that's going to pick up more than just the green. So I make it a little bit smaller. Whatever, you can adjust with it and play with it. I really do, this is really bothering me, but I actually cover that when I teach because it drives me nuts. Then you can also shrink the contour, so that kind of adjusts how it looks around. Ooh, you don't do it too much. So one thing that I actually have done during class is I've had a spot that wasn't going very well, so I've switched over here to my ChromaKey tab during class, and I have tried to click it away, and I've accidentally chose my face or chose my shirt or something, and then you disappear yourself during class. So don't panic. Just quickly come over here and reset it, and then click away your green again. I definitely have had to do that during class before, but usually my student gets a pretty big kick out of that. That's not a regular thing, obviously, that happens, but occasionally mistakes happen. So that is how I green screen using ManyCam. Thanks for listening.